Hi, this is room 112. It's day 16. We're here. We're going to continue to be here, and everything's all right. You notice our sons are here. Mr. Wilson, Mr. Christian, Miss Diane, myself just wanted to say everything's all right, and everything's going to be okay. We'll see you again soon here. You'll notice that the flag isn't up, and you're like, hey, Mr. Davis, it's day 16. What about the flag? Well, let's take a look inside and let's see if we have a special lesson today. Oh, wait a second, real quick, right, as I spin, the hail is gone. So no more hail, it all just kind of melted away. I did get my, I have to restack those up, but I did get my chores done. So my wife is happy. We did the, put away the, raked up all the leaves in the backyard there. We're going to come in, and we have a special lesson today for day 16. I'm going to gently step over the flag, and that's kind of the hint that it is day 16. Amazon came. I'm not going out shopping, staying safe. It's the Great Star Flag. So today our lesson is going to be on the Great Star Flag. All right, so there have been many great star flags over the course of our history, and the first star flag was first started off in 1818, and the purpose was that Congress did not say how the stars were supposed to be arranged. So my mom and dad love flags, and I got my love of flags from my parents, and they had the Betsy Ross flag, and that's the one with the 13 original stars and a circle. And when I go see my folks again, we'll have a special Betsy Ross flag presentation. But so they could be in any order. Congress did not say how they were supposed to be arranged. And there have been many versions of the Great Star Flag. So the 20-star flag, this is the one I have here. And this one lasted from 1837 to 1845. Then it was replaced by the 26-star flag, the 33-star flag, made it up all the way to 36. The one flag that you see here, it was on a postage stamp. So this one, when you get letters, you might see the Great Star Flag on a stamp when the mailman delivers your mail. They say, what happened? Why doesn't our, Mr. Davis, we say the pledge in our classroom all the time, and our flag doesn't look like that. Well, it disappeared by the late 19th century. So 1895, it really disappeared. And they said, why? Why did it disappear? Well, there were too many states were being admitted to the Union, and it just frankly didn't look very good. So that's how they stopped doing the Great Star Flag, because we just had too many states admitted. And there's the thing: every time a state is admitted, a star is added to the flag. Now, a shout out to Gary and Elsa, who live in Alaska. Alaska was the last state admitted to the Union, and that's how we have our current 50 stars on the flag, because of Alaska back in 1959, when Alaska became a state. So what happened is wait a second, Mr. Davis, what about the stripes in the flag? And if I would go down here and count them, and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there are 13 stripes on a flag. Now, and they represent the 13 colonies. When we got our freedom from Great Britain, the 13 original colonies, each colony got a stripe. But that was not really a law. At one point we had like 14, 15 stripes. I think we got up to like 18 stripes. And then finally Congress said, nope, we're going to pass a law, and the stripes can only be 13. Now, I did not know this, but when somebody says, well, what color is our flag? It's red, white, and blue. But there was no law or no standardization of the colors on the flag until 1934. So we could have had a purple flag, a green flag, an orange flag. It was not until 1934 that they said the flag has to be red, white, and blue, with the stripes being red and white, and the field right there at the top, where the stars are, has to be a blue field with white stars. So that's kind of where it was on that. You might have noticed we're coming up in April, and this is the time where it was a great death. On April 15th, President Lincoln was assassinated. And they took the Great Star Flag and they put black on the outside here. If I would trace here, this little ridge right here would have a black border to it. And they call that the assassination flag. And so whenever a president gets assassinated, they'll take the Great Star Flag out. They'll have the one with a black border, a black edge around it, and they'll fly that one in memory and tribute to the president. So that's kind of it there. Really, until 1912, there was no really standardization of the flag. The Army and the Navy always had standard flags, but general public could put stars and flags however they wanted to. And it wasn't until 1912 that Congress really took a hold of that and say, hey, we're going to have 48 stars on the flag. This is how you're going to arrange them in a row like we have them. And that's how we're doing that. So just a great little lesson here today about the history of our flag. My parents we always had historical flags at our house, the Betsy Ross flag, the Vietnam veterans and MIA POW flag. When Elsa and Gary come and visit us from Alaska, we put up the Alaska state flag, and there's a little song that goes with that. It's always neat. My mom has the tradition now in the driveway. Well, we have the Blackhawks flag and the Cubs flag, and if the Cubs win, they put out the W. But Elsa's in the Coast Guard, so we have the Coast Guard Academy flag. So it has the Coast Guard, and we always say "Go Bears" when we see the flag. And then we have Gary's. He goes to University of Central Florida, and it's the Knights. And so when they were really good in football, we always put up their flag. So kind of a little history. We've always liked flags. And, we're done with the hail. It's just kind of a nice mellow day as we're heading towards into the weekend. And I'm going to do a little bit of homework. I have to clean Mr. Turtle over there in the back there. Mr. Turtle's looking a little rough, so I got to clean him out. I got to do a few chores over here. I'm starting to develop a hobby. So I'm getting into my folks. I like their hobby of the flags. So I'm going to start developing that one because I always liked history. I'm liking baseball cards. So I'm going to get into that hobby again. So I'm going to start collecting baseball cards. And now is a nice time with this sheltering in place and we don't have school to develop a hobby. And that would be a neat interest. When I was a kid, my mom always bought me stamps. And like FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, had a stamp collection. And I still have those stamps. So that was always kind of neat. My parents would have people mail me, cut off their stamps and send them to me. And I would organize the stamps. So some people collect money and the coins and antique coins and collect stuff like that. So there's many different hobbies and maybe explore some during this time that we're away from school and we're at home. But for today, just a little lesson about stars and the flag. I hope you're doing well. I hope everything's okay. Our flag, our stars, I don't know if you can see with the sun coming in, but our suns are still there. We're here, and everything's going to be okay. Take care, and have a great day.